मार्केट से क्या दिया तो खिलौने मिले? किसको दिए? तो आज हम कक्षा में कुछ ऐसा करने वाले हैं कि आप लोग दुकानदार भी बनेंगे और
Do you think that children are engaged in any learning activities? If yes, then which subject is being taught? Is it a math classroom or EVS or an art class? Can it be a language? Yes, it could be any of these classrooms. You must be wondering how. We usually consider reading and writing as the main factors that govern teaching learning. All activities other than these are considered extracurricular or co-curricular and do not draw much attention from parents and also teachers. We have to get ourselves out of this limited view of learning. Any meaningful engagement of child is learning. We are already familiar that EVS teaching learning aims at connecting children with their surroundings to enable them take action for the real life issues. This requires giving diverse experiences to children. But the challenge is how to plan, organize and transact diverse learning situations.
बच्चों, मैंने आपको ट्रैफिक सिग्नल समझाया है ना? आज हम उसके बारे में क्वेश्चन पूछेंगे आपसे। 5th क्लास, why you are making noise? रक्षित, ग्रीन लाइट क्या होती है? किस लिए यूज होती है? नहीं मालूम? नितेश, ग्रीन लाइट क्या होती है?
मैम नहीं है।
ग्रीन लाइट किस लिए?
मैम उसका मतलब होता है गो।
वेरी गुड। बाकी बच्चे क्यों समझ में नहीं आता आप लोगों को?
Let's think of strategies. Have a look at these 4 aspects: contextualizing the concepts, building an inclusive environment, putting learners in active role, and using multiple teaching resources. Let's learn about each of these one by one. It is important to acknowledge these varied experiences and diversity that exists in every classroom. It is also important to continuously link formal knowledge with the lived experiences of all children. Let us look at 2 different classrooms.
फैमिली के बारे में पढ़ेंगे। फैमिली क्या होती है? फैमिली होती है जब आप किसी जगह पैदा हुए हैं, वो आपकी फैमिली है। आप ये क्या कर रहे हैं? बुक में ध्यान दीजिए, ये बुक में ध्यान दीजिए। फैमिली 2 प्रकार की होती है। वो कहाँ है? फैमिली 2 प्रकार की होती हैं, एक जॉइंट फैमिली और एक न्यूक्लियर फैमिली। न्यूक्लियर फैमिली क्या होती है रिया? जिसमें मम्मी पापा बच्चे होते हैं। और जॉइंट फैमिली जिसमें मम्मी पापा दादी दादा सब होते हैं, उनको जॉइंट फैमिली करते हैं। आप सबको समझ आया? तो फैमिली में रह के आपको बहुत सारी निशिता, मैं पढ़ा रही हूँ, आप क्या कर रहे हैं? ध्यान दीजिए, मैं पढ़ा रही हूँ। फैमिली में आपको बहुत सारी, फैमिली से आपको सुरक्षा मिलती है और आपको एक दूसरे से शेयर की भावना, केयर की भावना, आप ध्यान नहीं दे रहे हैं, मैं पढ़ा रही हूँ। बुक में ध्यान दीजिए।
So students, as I told you yesterday, that today we are going to do something special. Today we are going to talk about something with which you are well acquainted. That means, आज जिस बारे में हम बात कर रहे हैं, उस बारे में आपको पहले से ही बहुत कुछ पता है. So today we are just going to discuss it among ourselves. You are going to tell me and your friends about something with which we are going to talk today. And the topic on which we are going to have a talk amongst ourselves is our family. All right? Yes, ma'am. Who amongst us has a family? I have a family. Who else? Who else? Yes. So everyone has a family in our class, and in fact, everyone around us, everyone in our school, everyone in our neighborhood has a family. Yes or no? Yes, ma'am. Okay. So today we are going to talk about our families. I'm going to talk about my family in the last. First of all, I'm going to ask you all. Who would like to tell me first? Who will come first? Okay, Aksa. Yes. Tell me something about your family, dear.
My mother name is Mrs. Jisha. My sister name is Aishwarya. My brother name is Abhinav.
Okay. And your name? I know. Just kidding. So, Aksa is having 5 members in her family. Okay, Aksa, do you have any pet?
No, ma.
So, I think we all have families with 5 or 4 or 6 members. Now, I would like to ask you, if somebody has more than 5 members in his or her family, more than 5 or 6 members. Okay, Devanshi, yes, beta.
My grandfather name K.C. Tripathi. My grandmother name Gauri Tripathi. My uncle name Gish Tripathi. My another uncle name Bhagish Tripathi. My mommy name is Shikha Tripathi. My mother name is Miss Ratna Sharma and me.
Okay, so total 7 members. So it's exciting to live in such a large family. Yes, it is exciting, beta. Even I come from a very large family. So this type of a family is called a large family. So that was about family. Okay.
If the experiences of children are acknowledged and suitably built upon by the teacher, they actively engage in the construction of knowledge. It is always difficult for the children to identify with and comprehend dry facts and information presented impersonally. We come from different backgrounds, have different types of assumptions and stereotypes about others. Girls are not good in math. Boys don't cry. People living in cities are lazy. A disabled child cannot do good in study. Girls are good at taking care of the children. Boys are the breadwinners of family. Villages don't have any good roads. Boys are careless. Boys don't cook. The learners have their own ideas about their environment that are constructed under the influence of experiences with their family, peer group, or their neighborhood during primary socialization. Hence, their ideas may be laden with prejudices and stereotypes that are prevalent in their society or community, that encourages them to think in a particular way. Do you believe each child can learn? The disabled children can learn together with other children in one classroom. If the answer for any one of these is no, then it is important for us as teachers to reflect and overcome our own prejudices and biases.
जो मेरा शौक था वो दब गया. मैंने मेरा स्कोप मेरा कुछ नहीं रहा.
Quite often we face this dilemma. There are certain ways which might help us to deal with this question. However, the best way to deal with them is talk about these issues, for which each child should be free to express her or his views and experiences about various issues.
But in my opinion, it is totally wrong.
What is 4 houses?
This means that they are usually meant for they are forced to be housewives.
Okay.
Issues could be related to the underprivileged, the differently abled, girls, the elderly, or even plants and animals.
मैं क्रिकेटर बनना चाहता हूँ with my good studies. लेकिन
मेरे को गार्डनिंग का शौक था पर मैं कभी उसमें ज़्यादा कॉन्सेप्ट से कर नहीं पाई. But it was really hard for us.
As a teacher, it becomes a responsibility to ensure that all the children in the class are taken care of. All children should be encouraged to open up and be facilitated to participate in discussion, and if possible, share the concern of one another. Here, children are actively engaged in the classroom activity. Are they meaningfully engaged? Look at the following example.
Good morning to all of you. Good morning, sir. Tell me, how many of you wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning? Good. I too wake up at 5 o'clock. Okay. How many of you pack your bags by yourself? अपना बैग का खुद कौन कौन पैक करता है? सारे करते हैं? Very good. Hands down, hands down. बैग पैक करते समय आप अपने साथ क्या क्या रखते हैं? आप या फादर मदर कोई भी? हाँ, सब बताएंगे वन बाय वन, ठीक? एंड वी विल मेक अ टैबुलर चार्ट, है ना? यहाँ बना लेते हैं, एक देखते हैं क्या क्या कर सकते हैं. तो हमने शुरू किया स्कूल, ओनली स्कूल लिखा. चलिए आप बताओ. बुक्स, बुक्स, ओके. बुक्स के साथ में
सर पेंसिल बॉक्स.
पेंसिल बॉक्स, पेंसिल बॉक्स के साथ साथ और भी कुछ ले सकते हैं ना हम लोग. पेंसिल बॉक्स खाली, उसके साथ कलर्स भी हो सकते हैं, पेन भी हो सकते हैं.
सर वाटर.
वाटर, ओके, ले लेते हैं, वाटर ले लेते हैं. इसमें एक इंपॉर्टेंट टर्म मुझे नजर आ रहा है जो लाइफ के लिए बहुत ज्यादा जरूरी है. वो क्या है? नो ग्रुप आंसर्स. बुक्स, ठीक है, बुक्स तो है इंपॉर्टेंट. विदाउट बुक्स यू कैन नॉट हैव नॉलेज और लर्निंग, यू नो. बट बुक्स से भी ज्यादा लाइफ के लिए एक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट फैक्टर है, एक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट चीज है. क्या है वो? लाउडर. वाटर ले लिया, वाटर ले लिया. नाउ प्रोसीड करते हैं. वाटर के साथ में हम क्या क्या करते हैं? वाटर क्यों ज़रूरी है? वाटर क्यों ज़रूरी है और वाटर हम कैसे बचा सकते हैं? दिस इज द कंसेप्ट.
It is important to focus on how children should learn rather than what children should learn. Thus, the teacher is more concerned about the processes in which children should be involved, that engage them in learning on their own. In order to engage children meaningfully in a classroom, which of the following approaches could be adopted? Let's find out the answers. What are the children doing here? Shouldn't they be in the classroom? They are here to learn about the trees. The nature of activities and materials has to be varied so that child gets several opportunities to explore, observe, draw, categorize, speak, question, list, etc. Teaching learning experiences could be organized through ICT also. ICT helps us connect, visualize, and bring distant worlds closer to us. Children need to be encouraged to tap sources other than the textbook and teachers, such as family members, members of the community, newspapers, storybooks, other reading material, puzzles, comic strips, audios, videos, etc. This may enrich our teaching learning process. Accept differences. Celebrate diversity. Learn human rights. Conquer human wrongs. Make provisions, not restrictions. Adjust to the needs of the child. Any practice of inclusion is a good practice of teaching learning. If you want to teach, learn from the child. identify strengths of students and help them overcome their limitations. Thank you for watching. Hope this was an enriching experience for you and supplemented your understanding.